I stopped instead of pause, but it's okay, I can stitch it together later. So I'm letting it sit, soaking up the water slowly with a fork, stirring as I'm pouring more of the hot water in as it slowly breaks apart. And you want to let that water absorb into this disc, not force it out, because you don't want the soil to end up too wet in the end, because it'll end up with getting root rot. So I'm learning. Slowly I'm learning. Stir, stir, stir. Let's see, I can't remember how to pause necessarily, but let's try anyway. Okay, so it says 2 to 3 minutes till it's fully saturated, so we don't want to stay here for 2 to 3 minutes, but in the meantime, I love this thing. So I've already planted cilantro, parsley, sage. I'm a magician. Basil. And it all requires different amounts of sun. So you can do it indoor, outdoor, it doesn't matter, and you need good airflow. So let's see how to reverse this camera. I'm not sure how to do that in this video. So let's try to walk. I've got a few going on my porch in direct sun for some. And luckily, I got a little patch of land out here. So I got a few pots growing. Right there. My basil and sage, because they require a lot more direct sun. Things like this really actually make a difference, and you can be extremely mindful while doing so, and growing your own food and growing your own herbs. And a lot of homeless people out there need that kind of stuff. They need these tools just like I do. I'm not asking for a lot, people. Just be kind. Do what you can. Just look at that. And my kitchen's a bit of a mess right now because I'm in the middle of a bunch of projects. I'm always working. I'm always cleaning. I'm always doing my part. So as we're stirring, we stir. It's getting nice and moist.
Did you hear about the school shooting that happened in Texas?
I did hear about the school shooting in Texas. It's awful. There's so much violence in the world.
Kids.
So yeah, there's a lot of kids. Lots of kids. So I'm stirring. I'm just making a quick video. It's okay. It's just for my last bit of dirt because I'm excited about this. My son is very, very inquisitive and he's learning a lot. So we're also teaching environmental sciences here. Well, also he's doing work and school online and also learning about lots of stuff. He keeps up with the news in the world and all the shootings and just the craziness going on all the time. There's just a lot happening all the time. And bullying is just the number one cause of it. And like seriously, at home, why do you need to freaking bully your kids? They're getting enough. Like educators, everybody's trying to do their parts the best they can. When you see your kid struggling, wouldn't you want to do anything you possibly can to give them just a little bit of a break from all of it? Regardless of the internet, regardless of anything, real life out there in here, it doesn't matter. Bullies are everywhere, and it's a part of life. At least parents, you need to do a little bit better with that, you know? Be kind. Give your kids love. We need love and support more than anything in this world. We also need to, toughen up. You need to toughen up mentally, physically, by doing things, cleaning, whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. It's not hard. It's really not that hard. But it does take money, supplies, things, water, resources, whatever. So, ghetto gardening 101. I've always been like this. Yes. This is me. This is actually me. I'm ridiculous. Yeah, I'm freaking ridiculous. I have fun over the best things ever. I'm a hardcore survivalist. Nobody knows that a lot, but I am. I'm a freaking Girl Scout. And a good one. Like, I went hardcore camping. We did a lot. I've learned so much, especially from a very special family that I know and love. Like, I have learned so much from them. So much. And my mom, I mean, she was definitely a city girl through and through who always wanted to garden. You can do it. You can have green roofs. You can do so much. We've got community gardens going. People out in their tents, they have herb gardens growing everywhere, and people are taking care of them. So stop judging people, man. Like, just fucking help. Help. In whatever way you can. It's not that difficult. It really isn't. You know, out there digging through a garbage can and you got some fries in your car, like, give them the rest of your fries. I'd rather take them from you than a garbage can. Healthier foods, too. I mean, come on. We can do better. We really can. All of us can. Every single one of us. But we need the supplies and the tools. You know, even these. I actually wash my plastic forks and I keep them and I give them to people that I see, along with the silverware that I have. So, you know, I share a lot. I share my tools. I share my resources. I share my knowledge. I share whatever I can. Do I sit with them? Yeah, I do. Can it make your brain go pop sometimes? Of course. Because everyone's freaking out. Everyone. You know, indoors, outdoors, it doesn't matter. Do we all need to live in a freaking bubble and all like have this utopian underground world? I guess. But that would be silly. That's silly. You can collect rainwater. There's so many things you can do. So much. You know, water, it's hard. You gotta boil it. There's so much you gotta do to make clean water. A lot goes into it that people don't realize. A lot goes into food. That's why I say shop locally. Shop locally. Whatever it is. You see a vendor on the street? Does it kill you to buy from them? They even have Venmos. They have everything. You know, if you have cash on you, cash is always king. It's the best. If you don't, there's other ways. There's other ways. People are paranoid. Everybody's paranoid. The whole world is in fear all the time. It's not that hard to just be kind. Everyone goes through stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Am I any different than anybody? Not really, but kind of a little bit. Because I constantly am learning and I'm constantly growing, just like I'm going to grow these awesome herbs. Is that wrong? No. Natural is good. Why do you think they legalized a lot of stuff that they have and decriminalized a lot of stuff? Because they understand it. It's been studied. Just like this. Just like this stuff. It's been studied. So, end rant on that. My soil is looking yummy. It's not overly saturated. You want to fluff it up with your hands a little bit. You just want more of the wet soil to be on the top at the end instead of at the bottom because it'll sink down. So I'm going to fluff it. And then 2/3, right? Boom, boom, boom. Green witchery. I am a witch. But I'm a witch for good. Always. I don't care what gender you are. I really don't. I don't care about your orientation. I don't care about any of that. I do care a lot about it because I'm very passionate about it. But it doesn't... Why? What are we afraid of? I'm not... The color of his skin. Whatever your affiliation is, does it matter really in the long run? Does it really matter to you to just be kind and give somebody something, anything? It's not. It really isn't. So let's see. Where is hot? My brain. Time. See, that's how I keep track of stuff. Time. You need... Let's see what it says on my handy dandy sheet. Punching time. Sprinkle. Only 10 to 15 seeds. You'll still have some left. Over the damp, warm soil. It's still very warm. They're so tiny, so it's kind of hard. So I'm kind of estimating here. Sprinkle them. I feel like I'm baking. I love this. I used to do this. I'd pretend to make like food out of dirt and get like little things and make seasonings. And then like, I'm doing the same thing. It's fun. It's fun. You can pretend to be a kid and just play. It's easy. So, time. So we got that going. And then we want to cover the rest of the wetter soil over the top of those. Let's hope. And you want to keep it loose. You don't pack it in. You want to keep it loose. You need airflow. You need all that stuff because you don't want rot. You don't want mold. You don't want any of that stuff going. So, got the top going. My speech teacher, rest in peace, as I got dirt on me. He was the best. I freaking love him. I hated speech class. I really did in high school. Oh my God. Like, I looked like I was going to fly away all the time. So I like doing these kind because I can use my hands for stuff. ADHD, man. Yes, I have that too. So anyway, back to this. Got that going. And then I have my handy dandy stick. I can write the date planted, which I'm going to do. Plop that in there. And then let's check our sheet again because, you know, retention here. So, we got the water, we got the soil, we got the air, well ventilated room or outside. Small fan to increase airflow if you're indoors. Sunlight, 6 to 8 hours per day, direct sun. Or 12 to 16 hours per day with grow lights. Temperature, 70 to 75, 70 to 75 to sprout. Perfect, because I'm in California. So wherever you are, you can do it indoors, you can do it outdoors. You have temperature controls, people. But some places it's a lot harder, especially if you're out there on the street. So, but they still manage, and I watch them, and they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing people. I love them. I absolutely love them. So my porch doesn't get direct sun, it gets more indirect sun. So I'm gonna take it to the other side of my house. My little tiny house. I'm extremely fortunate, but it's not gonna last. But it's okay, because I'm gonna make it last. And these, my little things, they're portable. I'm gonna build a little stand for them, and I'm gonna make them so it's easy to travel with them. And I've got supplies, I've got all the means. I just need the tools, which I'm getting. I find and I reuse a lot of stuff. I don't waste. I try not to waste much. So that's it for this episode. And then we will catch up and we'll see how it goes with the whole like caring for it and stuff and remembering to water, but not overwater is the key.